Hello, I'm Rao. Thanks for purchasing Emerald. There are 7 full routines and 1 extra technique in this collection. All but one of the routines use regular coins. Of course, you can perform the routines as they are, or you may want to use elements from them and create something new. If you find something in this collection which appeals to you, then I'll be very happy. So, let's get started. For sympathetic coins, you're going to need 4 coins and a handkerchief. The handkerchief can't be too see-through, and you should prepare it first by folding it 4 times like this. You'll be using these creases as visual markers later. Start with the handkerchief on the table with the coins in the center. Here's the explanation. Although it's one routine, I'll break the explanation down into 2 parts. Start by throwing the coins from right to left and turn them over one by one. This is not just to display both sides, it also allows you to place the top and third from top coins exactly on their respective creases. Next, you're going to place this coin in the top right as you fold the corner over. These 2 edges of the handkerchief should be touching the near edge of these 2 coins. Next, you apparently place this coin in the top left corner, but in fact kick the coin with the right thumb. In the same motion, the right hand moves to the corner and the tips of the finger push the material to give the illusion of a coin. Move the bottom coin out of the way, and again kick the remaining coin with the left thumb. Here, if you simply kick the coin with the thumb, the coin will move to the left, but having the coin here will cause problems later, so instead, kick the coin straight. The last coin, under cover of the handkerchief, gets put into right hand finger palm. Next, as you do the magical gesture, you'll take the coin from finger palm into thumb palm. By combining this move with the throwing gesture, as you go from left to right to left, you're burying this secret action in the middle of two clean actions, which hides the dirty work. Next, as you open the handkerchief, you'll move this last coin to the top right corner. First, unfold the top left. Place the palmed coin along the middle crease and, in a continuing motion, kick the coin as you unfold the bottom right and bottom left corners. Raise up the bottom half of the handkerchief and blow to show the coins have travelled. And that completes the first phase. Now for the second half. As you turn over each coin, place them in this formation. The bottom right coin goes on the crease here. Fold over the top right corner, leaving the edge touching this coin. Cleanly place the top right coin in the corner. As you take the bottom right coin, as with the first phase, kick with the thumb as the hand continues towards the bottom right corner. The final coin is displayed and, just like phase 1, is taken in finger palm under cover of the handkerchief. Do the same magical gesture and unfold the corner. Next, as you open the top right corner, as you grab this corner, transfer the coin to a fingertip rest position. Once the corners unfolded, show the two coins and reposition them slightly to the left. As you fold the coin back down, you'll drop the palmed coin here. But if you do it while holding the very corner, there'll be a gap here, which means the coin will flash. So instead, grab slightly towards the inside. This will stop you flashing. Right here, the right hand is a little unnatural. So cover this by unfolding the top left corner at the same time. This will help hide any unnaturalness. This coin will be stolen as it's replaced. But by simply moving it back and forth, I think it's quite suspicious. So instead, first tap it against the other coin, and from here move forward, passing the coin to the left fingers under the cover of the handkerchief. Once the coin has been transferred, push with the fingers here to give the illusion that the coin's still there. But in fact now it's in left-hand fingertip rest position. From here, this coin is going to be placed at the corner of the handkerchief, which will leave it underneath as it's unfolded. But if you do it directly from fingertip rest, it's very easy to flash. So instead, as you gesture here, move the coin to curl palm position. Go directly from here to the corner, and as you start to open the handkerchief, drop the coin, which will leave it hidden under here. Unfold the top right corner and show there are now 3 coins. As you apparently place this coin back, you'll first kick the right-hand coin towards you, as the handkerchief provides cover. Then put the coin you're holding into finger palm. Just a moment before you were able to show 3 coins, but in fact you now have just 1. After the steal, allow both hands to drop to the sides of the handkerchief. Drop the finger palm coin to the table. Lift up the bottom right corner, and in the gesture of grabbing this coin, the fingers of the left hand will kick the coin, which will leave it under the handkerchief. When performing this standing up, dropping both hands to the table like this is a little unnatural. So instead, as you steal this coin, bring it first to classic palm and keep it palmed as you unfold the bottom right corner. Keeping hold of the corner, bring it to the right, which will lift up the bottom left edge. And in the action of moving the handkerchief back in position, you can drop the palmed coin, which again leaves it under the handkerchief. Display the final coin, and as you apparently place it back, under the cover of the handkerchief, first clip it between index and middle fingers. By extending these fingers, you can pass it directly to the right hand fingertip rest position. Do the magical gesture, and as you unfold the bottom right corner, leave the coin here. Simply by unfolding the handkerchief, the coin will end up underneath. Slowly unfold the top right corner to show just one coin. Leave the coin slightly further forwards. Show both hands and, rather like pulling out a tablecloth, pull the handkerchief to reveal the 4 coins. This coin was put back slightly higher up, but the tablecloth move pulled it back a touch, leaving all 4 coins in a perfect square for the final display. Show each coin one more time to finish the routine. Most magic ends, of course, with the audience clueless as to the method. In such cases, they're left with the question, how did you do it? And of course, we can't tell them the secret, leaving the question unanswered, which can lead to frustration for some spectators. But in the case of this routine, just before the end, as you show just one coin, the question the spectators are left with isn't how did you do it, but rather where did the other coins go? And in answer to this question, we're able to say here, which means that the routine ends with the answer to their question. So instead of magic posing a question, magic provides an answer, which means the end of the routine is both magical and satisfying. It helps lead the audience away from the potential problem question, how did you do it? Which I think makes this a very good ending. There's a great version of Crazy Man's Handcuffs, which uses cigarettes instead of rubber bands. I'm a big fan of coins, so I wanted to create a version using coins. I released an earlier version through Magicians of Asia, but came up with a new method which I'd like to share here. Start by bringing the two coins to this position. The right hand coin should be held slightly to the inner side like this. Once the coins are here, turn your hand inwards to display your hands like this. Bring the hands together so that the left hand is nearest to your body. As the fingers come together, contact the right hand coin with the left hand thumb. From here, rotate both hands forwards and regrip the right hand coin with the thumb as it passes over the left hand thumb. Tilt the hands forwards to show the two coins are now linked. To unlink, you'll do the same thing. Bring the hands together, contacting the coin with the left hand thumb. From behind, the right hand thumb regrips the coin and you can show the hands are now unlinked. In order to keep the right hand thumb hidden, as the hands come together, make sure the index fingers of both hands are pressed together. This creates a wall. Under the cover of this wall, release the thumb. But again, if you move the thumb down, you're going to flash. So instead, move the right wrist upwards so the two thumbs meet. The same with the unlinking. Contact the coin with the left thumb, and under cover of the index fingers, rotate the left wrist as the thumb regrips. Throughout the routine, you're gripping the edge, so it's easier to do with coins that have a good grip on the edges. And because you're holding the coins off-center, you'll find it easier with larger coins. So this is coin through coin. This routine has a lot going for it. It's very visual, it doesn't require palming, and it can be performed completely surrounded. The only drawback is you can tell exactly what's happening. Logically, when you watch it, you know that the two coins are changing places. But because the illusion of the coins penetrating is so strong, it creates quite a nice sensation for the audience. Originally, I came up with it as a kind of magic joke, but people really seemed to like it, and I also heard that people were struggling to do it consistently. It's not all that difficult, but there are a few important tips which I'd like to share with you now. Here are some points which will help with the illusion. It's based on the old penetrating cups joke from the Cups and Balls. But whereas with the cups, you have to release the bottom cup as you grip the top one, with the coins, there's no need to re-grip. Instead, you're going to use gravity, which means it's easier with slightly heavier coins. Start with the coins in this position. Orientate the coins so that after the switch, they're facing the same direction. The coin which will be dropped should be held at the very top. By doing this, it allows you to drop the coin straight down. The left-hand coin should be tilted to about 45 degrees or a little more, and held with the middle part of the index finger. The thumb holds the coin so that it's slightly held towards the bottom. The right-hand coin is aimed so that it hits the other coin slightly below center. As you release the coin, it looks like it penetrates. Let me explain exactly how and why there's no need to re-grip. First, the right-hand coin hits the other coin, and it turns so that the two coins are parallel. It then slides down and hits the index finger. The impact of this causes the fingers to open slightly, and this allows the coin you are holding to drop. The right-hand coin drops perfectly into this gap, which allows you to catch it. And this means that there's no need for finger movement. And because there's no need for manual dexterity, it can be done actually between the other fingers as well. And instead of simply dropping the coin, it's a little bit more difficult, but you can also achieve the same effect by throwing the coin or by allowing it to rotate as it hits the other coin. 3 is based on the classic world coin plot. But I've never been a big fan of the original ending where the coins change back, so I created this effect where the coins remain in their transformed state. Instead of using an extra coin, I opted for a gimmick. You'll need one regular silver coin, a regular copper coin, a copper silver double-faced coin, and a silver expanded shell. The shell should be able to fit over all 3 coins. Here is the explanation. Start with the shell in left-hand finger palm. Put the regular silver coin inside. The right hand takes the double facer, silver side up, followed by the copper coin, both of which are in finger palm. From here, open both hands, tilting them slightly towards you. This will keep the coins from view. Next, produce the regular copper coin from the fingertips. If you slide the coin out, the 2 coins will make a noise as they rub together. So instead, first leave the regular copper coin balanced on the thumb, which allows you to silently produce it. Once at the fingertips, show both sides and place it into the left hand. Keep the shell hidden using the Ramsey subtlety. Close the hand before producing the double facer, copper side to the audience. Pretend to place it in the left hand using a click pass. For this click pass, first raise the copper coin up using the crease of the hand and the fingertips. And as you do a false transfer in the right hand, open the left hand and allow the coins to drop. Once the coins have made a sound, produce the final coin, again with the copper side towards the audience. Drop it so the silver side is facing up, and after gesturing with the right hand, close the left hand, allowing the 3 coins to turn over. As you open the hand, take the shell and the silver coin in the right hand, making sure to time it so that the coin is hidden. Once in the right hand, do this magical gesture. Hold the shell in finger palm and bring out the regular silver coin. As with the first production, leave it balanced on the thumb before bringing it to the fingertips. Once you've shown both sides of the silver coin, bring the copper coins to the fingertips and place the silver coin below them. Take the double-faced coin from the top into your right hand and do the same magical gesture as you nest it inside the shell, before showing the transformation. Again, you can show both sides. You'll now unnest the coin and bring just the shell to the left-hand fingertips. This unnesting move is from Moritz Müller. You push firmly with the index and thumb and use the tackiness of the fingers to separate the coins. The shell again goes to the bottom of the right hand coins and the double face stays in finger palm. you're now going to switch the regular copper coin with the double facer. Put the double facer behind the copper coin, and after pulling the copper coin down with the thumb, you'll apparently bring it to the right hand fingertips. This coin, after being switched, is brought to Wilson palm. Try to grip it so as much of the copper coin is exposed as possible. Aim for about half the coin. From here, you're going to do the mechanics of a coin toss, which will revolve the coin 180 degrees where you'll catch it. So, after the Wilson palm, flick and recatch exactly after half a rotation. Once the silver side is facing the audience, place it in your open hand and throw it, apparently showing both sides. But in fact, you're only showing one face. To do this, as you bring the wrist up to release the coin, flick with the ring finger, which will ensure that it spins off axis. So this is the same principle as the controlled coin toss. When catching the coin, it will want to turn copper side up. But as you catch it, if you bring your hand forwards, it will ensure that the coin lands silver side up. After catching the coin, bring it to the fingertips and transfer the left hand coins to the right. As you do this, nest the regular copper coin into the shell. And then place everything in the right hand. You're apparently now going to show both sides of all three coins. First, turn the copper and shell over into the left hand. It looks like it's being turned, but in fact it's turning twice, so only the shell side will be seen. Next, turn over the regular silver coin before placing down the double facer, like this. In the same rhythm, turn over the silver coin once more as you place it onto the left hand. And that ends the routine. Stretch is a kind of hand-washing sequence done in the context of stretching. After seeing Ponta's vanish using the wrist, I was looking for a way to transfer the coin from wrist to wrist invisibly. And using the stretch sequence, I was able to transfer the coin from here to here with no wasted moves. Start with the coin in right hand finger palm. And as you roll up the sleeves, bend the right thumb to leave the coin in this position. Crack the knuckles of first the right, then left hand, and as you're cracking the right knuckles, leave the coin on the left wrist. Separate the hands and pull the left fingers towards the left. Next, interlace the fingers, making sure the right fingers go above. And use the base of the thumbs to do basically a coin roll from hand to hand, leaving the coin on the right wrist. Separate the hands again, and after stretching the right hand fingers, interlace the fingers, this time with the left hand above. The left hand thumb will contact the coin. As you bring the palms towards the audience, transfer the coin to the left hand index finger. With the finger pressed against the coin, you can extend both thumbs. As you come back, transfer again to the thumb and slide the coin into right hand classic palm. Here are the mechanics for the production. Place the classic palmed coin onto the ring finger like this. With the thumb and index together, as you wave the hand, when it reaches the bottom, bend the ring finger. And as you come back up, you can launch the coin upwards by extending the ring finger. And you'll then catch it in your waiting index and thumb. Ring-bound is a coin and ring transformation effect. My teacher Junio and I were discussing the fact that when a coin transforms to another object, for example like this, usually there's no real difference in effect than with two coins. But, for example with a ring, if it only becomes a ring when on your finger and a coin when it's removed, that would be a more interesting effect. And after our discussion, I started working on exactly this routine. I designed it with the intention of being as visual and smooth as possible. Start with the ring on the left-hand index finger and the coin clipped between the index and middle fingers of the right hand. After showing the ring, hold it with the right hand like this. After removing it, revolve the wrist, hiding the ring behind the coin. drop just the coin into the left hand and leave it balanced on the index finger. Bring the right hand above the coin, and when it's covered by these three fingers, drop the coin into finger palm. And at the same time, place the ring on the index finger. Press the coin with the right thumb and transfer to right hand finger palm. After again showing the ring, bring the coin to Wilson palm as you grip the ring with the right hand. As soon as you've slipped off the ring, immediately hide it in the fingers as you bring the coin to the fingertips. Completing the next transformation. Drop the coin into the left hand, and as you're showing it, transfer the ring to the right hand curl palm. Hold the right hand like this, and once the coin is hidden, drop it into finger palm as you put the ring onto the left hand index. Bring the two index fingers together and transfer the ring from left to right, showing your empty hand. Once you face the palm towards yourself, use the left thumb to push the coin against the open right hand. Pinch the ring between the first joint of the left hand and the index like this, and pull the ring to the very tip of the finger. Release the fingers and let the ring touch the coin. You can now regrip the ring and allow the ring to drop flat as you show just the coin. Turn the hand over and bring both ring and coin to the right hand. Extend the left hand index finger, and as you turn the right hand, take the coin into finger palm and you put on the ring. And that's the end of the routine. This is an ambitious coin effect, which you can do with just one coin. As I was practicing the roll down move, I got to thinking that if you could transfer a coin from here to here, invisibly it looked quite magical, and that's what inspired this routine. The routine can be shown only from one side, and I'll explain it as viewed from the left. Start by bringing both palms together and balance the coin on the pinky of each hand. Once you've shown the coin between pinky and ring fingers, as you wave the hands up and down, you'll show the coin rising step by step. This is not done by throwing the coin. You are separating the hands to bring the coin up bit by bit. So first, as you wave the hands, when the hands reach the top, the right hand will reinsert the coin up a level. Once this is done, As you continue waving the hands, regrip with the right hand. Once you've shown the first effect, the second phase works exactly the same way. As you come up, reinsert, and as you continue to wave, the right hand follows suit. For the final phase though, you'll switch around right hand and left hand. As the hands come down, regrip first with the right hand thumb and index, and when you come back up, follow with the left hand. As the hands stop moving, you can show the final transposition to end the routine. As you're reinserting, you want to avoid the feeling of doing anything with the fingers, so make sure to keep the left hand fingers completely still as the right hand moves. You need to aim exactly for the gap, but doing it directly is a little difficult, so instead keep the wrists together and allow the hands to pivot around this point, which makes it a lot easier. Finally, the secret move takes place as you're waving the hands. And since you're going back and forth, the hands will momentarily stop when you reach the very top or very bottom. So you don't want to do the move here, but instead, release as you start to come back up and insert before you reach the very top. And remember, the right hand movement is hidden, so you can do it very slowly and smoothly. I've turned this into a little routine, but I'll start by explaining the technique. Hold one coin in finger palm and the other at the fingertips. It should be held in the center between index and thumb. The finger palmed coin is held not with the ring finger, but lightly between the pinky and the base of either middle or ring, which allows it to rock back and forth. By moving the hand, the two coins will hit each other and produce this nice sound. If the coins are too small for the hand, the coins will have too much distance between them, so they won't hit each other. So instead of gripping with the index, switch to the middle finger and you can still get them to make a sound. However, the larger the coin, the bigger the sound you can produce. So I'd recommend using silver dollars for the best results. Here is the explanation for the routine. Start by showing both coins and balance one on the middle finger. As you hit the coins together, you're showing the audience that this is the sound the coins make when balanced on the finger. Next, strike one coin against the other as it sits on the palm. It will make this dry sound, telling the audience that it only rings when it's on the fingertips. Once you've made this sound, close the left-hand fingers, and under this cover you'll use a technique from Ponta to steal the coin. First, bring the right-hand coin into finger palm. The coin in the left hand gets tilted up using the base of the fingers, and then rolled out into the waiting right-hand fingers. Show this as apparently the same coin. Wave the coin over the hand and mime holding an invisible coin. While you're doing this, re-grip the right-hand coin so that the thumb and index are holding it only at the very center. Pretend to balance this invisible coin on the fingertips and make the sound. As the coin is ringing, apparently put your thumb on the invisible coin. At the same time, to stop the sound, you allow your middle finger to contact the edge of the coin. This will stop the sound immediately. Bring the invisible coin up and again leave it on the fingertips, but this time make sure the fingers are closed. You'll again make the sound, but by throwing the palmed coin into the left hand. As it hits the coin at the fingertips, it will ring. Again, stop the coin partway through, as you bring the invisible coin to the fingertips. Close the hand, wave the right hand coin again, and show that the coin is now visible. Finish by making the sound one more time. In the course of a routine, if you have a coin in left-hand finger palm, simply by bringing the right-hand coin to the fingertips and hitting the finger-palmed coin, you're able to produce the same sound, which is a much simpler version of achieving the same effect. See if you can incorporate this into a routine like hanging coins.